So welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do basic image editing in Canva. Most of the time, what makes design actually stand out is the level of how you edit your photos. So this is like the basic photo editing technique that I'm about showing you in Canva. So you can see these two images here. We have this one kind of really popping out, then we have this one kind of died out. This is the original image. So how are we going to turn this image from this to this? Okay, so for this one, let's just delete it. So let's drag this to the middle. So what you do here is to come to this edit, okay, and come to adjustment. So these are the place that you can turn the sliders to the right place to be able to get your image popping in your design. So we have this one now, which is the white. It's just only affecting the white. So the thing is, even though you don't know what these sliders do, you can actually just slide and just try out until you get something nice. But I'm going to show you also, no need to worry. So we have this black now. It's going to make the image, any black color, to be more black, or you're going to take out the white and make it white wash. Okay, so we want to introduce a little bit black because we want the black to be black, and we want the white to be white. Okay, so we're going to take it up here so that the white can stand out more. So we have the shadows. It's just going to affect almost like the mid-tones of the design. So we want a little bit of, we want to take down some of the shadows or increase some of the shadows. Then we have the highlight. The highlight just affect the white part of the image. It's almost like the white, but they are different. So we want a little bit of it. So we have the contrasts. Contrast is just going to make the black more black and the white more white, just like what we've been doing. So let's introduce a little bit of contrast. I don't like touching my brightness most times, or else the image is really dark. Then I'll just push it up a little bit. So now that we have all these sets, vibrance and saturation, we have these two. Vibrance is going to look at the image and look to the colors that are not really popping and just make them pop. But for saturation, it's just going to increase the level of the colors irrespective of how bright they are. So vibrance will not affect everything. It's just going to look at those colors that are weak and boost them. But saturation don't care. It's going to boost both the colors that are already bright, those that are already not bright. So it's just going to make it weird. If I turn on the saturation, now you can see everything is red. But if I turn on this one, the saturation is just going to look through the design and just select selected colors. Okay, we're going to look this later on how we can use it to make our design pop. Okay, so we have all this, and this is where you can actually change the color of an image. Let's say you want to change this color here, or you want to change this grayish. We can actually come here, pick this color, and we can change this slider. It's just going to change the color somehow. Maybe this does not work on all images, so most times I just like, let's take this to 0 and hit the enter key. Okay, but this can actually help you to change color of a dress. You can see that she's now red, more purplish, but that's not what we want. Let's click on 0, hit enter key to reset that. So we have clarity. I don't actually use all this, but let's increase a little bit of clarity. Let's make it sharp a bit. Okay, these are the basic adjustments. All of the image I use in my design, I always go through this process, because sometimes when pictures come out of camera, they are not always sharp. Okay, so this is the way you can actually make the image pop, okay, on your design. So let's make a duplicate of this so that we can see the two results of what we've done. So we're going to come to this one, go to the image edit, and come to this adjustment, and just say reset adjustment. Okay, and you can see that the difference between these two images. Let's make another copy. Okay, so we have this one here. Let's put this one here. There's a way you can actually do this automatically, but I don't like working on automatic mode sometimes. So let's select this middle one, and we're going to come here, edit image again. We're going to come to the adjustment. Let's say auto adjust. Okay, let's look at what Canva can do for us on auto adjust. You can see that it's giving us almost the same vibe with this, and you can see that this one is even popping more than this. Okay, because we did it manually. So that is the way you can actually make your design or your image pop. But one last thing I really want to introduce, let's delete this first two. One last thing is drop shadow, because shadows just make your image lift from the background. So what you can do here is to come to this image here, come to edit, and we're going to come to shadows. Okay, come to shadows, and we're going to introduce shadows. Now that we have these shadows here, these sliders are just going to help us to give the shadow a more realistic look. I like working this way. There are other ways to do it, but this is the way that I find it comfortable. Okay, So the amount is just the amount of the blur of that shadows. The angle is, you want it to be left or you want it to be right. Okay, I want mine to be in this angle. So we have the distance. How far do you want the shadows to be from the lady? And let's just make it a little bit far so they can be separated. Then all this is intensity, how much of that color you want it to be really faint. I like mine really faint. I don't like having my shadows. Then the blur amount, I want to increase it because I want my shadows to be soft. Okay, I don't like harsh shadows, but it depends on what you're going for on that particular design. Sometimes you might just go maybe you don't want the amount, you just want it to be something like this. Okay, it can also be a style, but on this one I want it to be soft. Okay, very soft. Okay, and I just want it to be there like that, so you can actually just drop it like this. It makes the image just sort of pop up from the background. So for this one, we can place it here. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you find it helpful. In the next video, we are going to look at how we can work with text. Okay, we're going to add text to this design and see how far we can go with it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.